I'm Nick Matthew from England. I'm the current world number 4, and this will be my umpteenth Tournament of Champions. My first memories of playing at Grand Central were, I think it was maybe 2003. I didn't make it through the early rounds before then, and I remember getting to the quarterfinals and getting a good beating by Peter Nicol. He gave me a good lesson that day. I nearly paid him for it afterwards, so that was a good experience. He went on to win it. He beat everyone in straight games that year, so at least I wasn't alone. Yeah, New York just has that buzz to it that no other tournament has. You know, just even turn up in the morning for practice, you know, there's people milling around everywhere. You know, there's always that buzz, and when you come down for match night, you know, you walk down the sort of slope and come through the doors, and that opens, and you just sort of feel like you're in that sort of amphitheatre of squash, and you know, it gives you that little tingle, and I'm pleased that I still get that sort of little buzz even when I've been playing there for a number of years now. Yeah, I'm still inspired to sort of just be the best I can be, really. At the start of 2013, I sort of had a few ups and downs. I maybe overplayed, which is something I've got to be aware at this stage in my career. I try not to overplay, try and stay fresh in between events a bit more, and probably can't play quite as many matches mentally more than anything when I was a few years ago. So I've learned that the hard way, and as long as I've got that enjoyment, love for the game, and hunger to do well and do myself justice, then you know, I'll be around for a little while yet. Yeah, I think over the last few years, the top 4 guys sort of share the top spot. Rami's obviously on a great run at the moment, but we've all sort of had our time up at the top, and we've all inspired each other. I think it's fair to say, to get better. And you know, somebody else, James raised the bar for a year, then Rami re-raised it, and then Greg's trying to fight, you know, and then I'm hopefully trying to come back into my top form. And so, you know, these guys are sort of always inspiring each other. And then you've got the guys like Shabagi's like really knocking on the door now. You know, he's young and he's only going to go one way. So yeah, it's tough. You've got the guys that have been around for a while who've still got good wins in them, like Shabanas and Darwish and Peter Barker, and then the chasing pack after that. So it's a real great time for the men's tour, and hopefully there'll be a few, personally speaking, there'll be a few semis and finals still to come. Favourite days probably in New York before the event starts. You know, you get an opportunity to go out, and I'm a bit of a sort of foodie, so I like going out and trying new restaurants. You know, I get on TripAdvisor or something and find out new spots to go, because once you get in the event, you might finish late, and then you're going to eat quite conveniently to the venue, so into your hotels. So the first few days I get out and do that, and I also stay at the Union Club, which I've been staying for 5 or 6 years now. The members there sort of like it's like a second home to me. I stay and train there in the days before the glass court gets put up, so those guys really look after me and when I'm in the city. I'm not sure. Most people say that I come across quite aggressive on court, but if you know me off the court, I'm not that way at all.
Just a pussycat?
Exactly. I love New York.